A jolt of adrenaline woke me up again. I couldn't imagine another day without making the decision. Do I continue to play it safe, or do I take the leap? My time was running out. I felt like an explosive timer. Perhaps you've been at a crossroads where you've had to make a big decision about a goal, whether it be a career decision or a business milestone, or something major was happening and you needed to know what was next. It's in times like these where we want to feel inspired. We want to have lasting motivation. The very direction that we choose affects our ability to generate wealth and to have the freedom to enjoy it. The decision is critical because our livelihood is at stake. At risks like these, our friends tell us to be cautious, and so we take logical steps until we feel like there's no choice at all, and therein lies the trap of your success. Logic forces us to consider the earning potential, but the problem becomes when we're so focused on the financial success that pursuit tries to kill us. And then we know deep inside, there's got to be something better than this. And then the money demon comes along and we say, well, if I'm gonna suffer, I might as well pick a path with the most money. Now, money's not a bad thing. Good people do good things with good money. But when it becomes the singular focus of your decision-making process, it reinforces that work doesn't equal fun. My dad says, work is work and fun is fun. And if work were meant to be fun, it wouldn't be called work. But that left me second-guessing myself. It left me feeling miserable in my job. I didn't feel like I had a choice. I turned my back on my creativity and my instinct to go in a direction because it made logical sense. And I chased that money demon until I fell deeper into the pit of despair. When I pulled myself out, I realized it's not a clear ROI that we need, because that creates manufactured motivation that doesn't last. We need to instead take a step back and imagine greater possibilities. And then that voice comes in to keep us playing small. You're not that lucky. That's an impossible goal. It's too late for you. And then we get stuck not believing in our own ability, no matter how successful we've been in our past. I want you to imagine an impossible goal where people succeeded. I always think of the space shuttle as an extraordinary feat. And it takes me back to what can we create if people don't tell us it's impossible? I was flipping through the pages of a passport, desperate for inspiration, and I came across this amazing truth. There are possibilities in extraordinary possibilities in ordinary people. And that gave me the hope that I could follow my instinct to create my own path, that my business meaning could be that beacon to give me the courage to pivot after 25 years and several successful business ventures in a completely new direction, because I believe we all have the potential to be a visionary. So we all have the potential to be a visionary. All it takes is an interest that can drive us forward, and it acts as a beacon to keep us moving toward that goal. But I didn't always believe I had what it took to be a visionary. I was mired in misery. Even though I had a successful business, I couldn't think about how to take my business to the next level, and we were doing $1 million months. I felt like an utter failure. What I needed was a change in my perspective, to think differently about how business is done. I changed 5 different ways, but the most important place to start is to get clear on a creative and resourceful way to get through your milestones differently. And you start by thinking differently about the very idea of your business itself. It starts with something that you want to change that's personal and meaningful to you, and it drives your motivation to create this meaningful change for the world. So for me, ending the suffering and success is my personal quest. It drives me to prove to my kids that you can follow your heart and still make money. And that is creating a movement that I can help business owners reach their next milestone without missing out on life. And they can become the visionary. So I ask you, what personal change do you want to make? And how does that affect those near and dear to you? And do you dare let that become your beacon to your next business idea?